expansion. It's Friday night at the 10th of July, and I'm Megan DiMartino, and I'm really excited about kicking tonight off. It is 21 days till the end of the month, and at the end of the month of July, I will be doing something that I really did not plan. So tonight's topic is delayed obedience is disobedience. And there's so many scriptures that really go back to this, but the bottom line, guys, is that when you know as you know, and you ignore it, or you put it off, or you justify it, or you explain it away, it is a form of disobedience because it's delaying obedience that the Lord basically gave you. The Holy Spirit within you gave you that information, and you have, as I said, put it off, justified it, explained it away. Propelling your business and your life is a daily operation. It's not something that happens occasionally and you'll pick it up again. It really is when you commit to a certain business, certain health, plan that you are kicking off, instituting, implementing it, doing Bible study every day, praying every day, reading the Word every day, whatever it might be, that is a commitment, and it's a form of obedience, because most, and I'm going to say most, not all, but most times that you have committed to something, it starts with that clarity of decision, that why, that understanding why you're going to do it. You take that step, you start building it, you build that commitment, that courage muscle that builds into that commitment of it. Once you have that confidence from that courage, then you will be committing to it, because again, there's no going back. But I want to go back to, and then the last C is compassion for yourself. But I want to go back to the delayed obedience is disobedience. Hello. Welcome in. I'm Megan DiMartino, Novita, and we are here tonight with the Propel expansion, expanding your business and life with insights that are going to assist you. And tonight we're talking about delayed obedience is disobedience. And it is really something that really has to be looked at, because that commitment, that submission, that walking in alignment is all important to gain that traction of that clarity, that courage, that commitment, I keep saying, from courage to confidence, then to commitment, and then the overarching is to give yourself grace, that compassion. But when you hear something in that still, quiet, small voice, and know as you know that you are to do something, and you put it off, you procrastinate, you justify, you look at it from the, saying, well, another time, later on. I mean, that's a form of procrastination. But the point is that if you know as you know in your spirit that you're supposed to do something and you do not do it, it is a form of disobedience. Myself, I just share this with you, in 2021, after I sold my luxury day medical and wellness spa, I went to a town in the hill country just to be by myself and to pray and to really seek the Lord for guidance. We had been doing regenerative stem cell at the Novita Spa Medical Rejuvenation Clinic. Started doing regenerative stem cell in 19. And so when I was approached to sell the business, or the party was interested in buying it, I did not want to sell the actual trade name because the skincare line, Novitas Spa Clinicals, is of the same name. Also did not want to, sell, so to speak, the rights to be doing regenerative stem cell and in this marketplace. And the party wasn't interested in that, and the name didn't matter to the party. So we backed those numbers out, and I sold an asset purchase. So I share that for a reason, because I had been building that business for 17 years. And by the time I sold it, it was 18 years. And that's a long time, guys, and a long time of commitment and going through so many different ups, downs, ins, outs, one being my husband's illness and subsequent passing. So when I made that decision to do that, and that was based on knowingness, again, that it was time to evolve, not necessarily to stop. That's why the regenerative stem cell was important to me. But I went to this little town because I love this little town, and I thought, well, maybe I'm supposed to live there. And I heard in prayer, go home. Now, I grew up on Long Island. I lived in New York City. I lived in Connecticut. I lived then in Fort Worth, Texas, and now outside of Austin, Texas. So where is home? Questioning that. But God doesn't answer those questions. So over these years, and so it's, 5+ years, 5.5 years, so to speak, over time, let me just say it this way, that once I found this clinic, the physical brick and mortar, I knew as I knew it was because he had guided me to the numbers 115, and that's a long story. But I knew as I knew I was supposed to be here. But then over time, I got restless, I got antsy, I got really desirous of doing some other things. And one was that I was introduced to this amazing company called LifeWave, non-transdermal photon light energy activation of your own stem cells. Amazing science, cellular health, just extraordinary. So I was getting very itchy to continue on. But God said, not only go home, but release and be ready. Now, he didn't say release and be ready and go on down to XYZ, move to Italy. I mean, no. Release and be ready. I'll keep you posted. So that's the problem, that we, in our own flesh, want to fit a square peg in a round hole because we're ready. But we're going to miss what plan that God has for us. He absolutely has that roadmap. He knows the end from the beginning. And so we are the ones that must listen. And basically, if we really delay that obedience, and the word delay is kind of interesting because it's really a daily thing. It's not a obedience to a goal that's out there. It's a incremental step of every day listening in prayer and reading the word and knowing God's plan for us, because every day it changes. So delayed obedience is actually disobedience. And so in these 5 years, I have been chided, I have been warned-ish, saying, you're not listening. At one point, I was going to take a little casita at a friend's home because I really love going up to Fort Worth. I miss it. I have friends there. The church I love going to is up there, North Fort Worth. but I was coming back and driving back from Fort Worth, and I heard, "What are you doing?" And it had nothing to do with my friend. It had nothing to do with the sweet little casita. It had all to do with not following the obedience of the guidance that he put forth for me. So we must listen. We must listen. We must. And so I sit here tonight. In 21 days, I will not be having this brick and mortar. He said, you will be there until you won't be there. I was praying, asking for guidance at Christmas time because two of my tenants decided to get their own little sweet place, and I've been mentoring these people for years, and it was a wonderful opportunity for them. I knew this lease here was going to be coming to an end where I was not going to renew it. So it was only fair to them to, say, guys, go on down the road, so to speak, and take care of you. But I still had the lease. And so at that time in prayer, I said, Father, do you want me to, should I, put in, Indeed or wherever and, look for other tenants, so to speak? And I heard no. That made sense because, again, well, who would come in for 6 months? And that's really the length left in this lease. Well, about a month ago, my landlord shared some plans that he has for this building. So I knew that after I finished here, this space was part of that. So I just knew as I knew that it was coming to a time. I emailed him and asked him if I could, get out of the lease sooner, and he said yes. So it had to take those step by step by step. So it, again, delayed obedience is disobedience. And so, you could look at it not just from the delay standpoint, but flat out, flat out not obeying what you know as you know is factually disobedience. So it's semantics, meaning we can justify anything, but bottom line is, it is disobedience. So I just want you to really ponder that, because as you're building plans to grow, to build, to do, it's really, listen, are you in the full favor of God? Are you walking in that light? Is he guiding you? So listen to that, marinate, as I call it, which is listening to him, listening to that still, quiet, small voice. So I mentioned LifeWave a bit ago and the regenerative wellness. So what's really exciting about this is that I'm building teams all over the United States, going to be building team in Europe soon, and kind of just planting the seeds for all that. And with that said, I can live anywhere. So I've known that. I've been working with this company since 21, so it's not like it's something new, but it had to be in his divine timing, his timing, to have all of the pieces come together and propel it forward. Clarity, courage, confidence, commitment, and compassion. And that is, as I said, that grace for yourself, because grace is abounding through the power of the Holy Spirit. God is always here to give us, if we ask for forgiveness, again, with disobedience. What did I say when I was like, ay, 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 ay? So, Father, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So go to propel.megandimartino.com/info. That is my link tree. My book is there, Hope and Possibilities, Just Over the Horizon. My TED Talk about innovation, transforming the human experience through creative disruption. I've been building medical grade, result-oriented skincare since 1992, a long time, and helping others start, scale, and sustain their businesses. So when you're in the link tree, join the Propel community, and you'll receive a message of inspiration and encouragement every day as you start the day. Newsletters with tools how to, propel forward. The podcast, which started out as Unique Leaders Live, now it is Propel Deep Dive. All of those, I interview thought leaders and authors, speakers, business people, entrepreneurs, just really cool people that have started, scaled, and sustained the business and life of their dreams. So know that it's never too early or too late to create the life of your dreams. So I hope to see you soon here on my YouTube channel, the Propel Expansion. Ring that bell and you'll receive notifications. Thanks so much, guys, and be blessed.